Suchana Seth, a successful CEO, a loving mother, and now at the center of a shocking crime. She was arrested in Goa for transporting a bag. This wasn't any ordinary bag. This bag contained the body of her 4 years old son. This story will challenge everything you know about a mother's love and betrayal. Namaste friends, I'm Dr. Sarita. Welcome to my channel. Today's story is very shocking and puzzling. Stay tuned as we uncover the science and psychology behind such tragedies. Make sure to watch till the end for some surprising insights.
What happened? This sounds serious.
Let me tell you what exactly happened. Suchana goes to Goa along with her son. They both check into a serviced apartment in the morning of January 7th.
A trip to Goa. That sounds nice. But I sense this isn't a happy story.
After staying for 48 hours, on 8th of January, she requested for a taxi. Although the hotel staff recommended her to take a flight, but she just kept on insisting on taking a taxi. She took the taxi straight from Goa onto Bangalore, and she was willing to pay 30,000 rupees for the taxi. So what was the reason for this? After Suchana left the hotel, the cleaning staff came into the room. While cleaning, they identified some blood stains in her room. They immediately notified the police. They also observed that while leaving, Suchana didn't have her son along with her.
Blood stains. That must have been a shocking discovery.
The police, in fact, contacted the taxi driver with whom Suchana was traveling. When they talked to Suchana, she tried to cover up. She told that her son was actually, in fact, staying with one of her friends. When the police verified the address, it was a fake address. That's when the police asked the taxi driver to take Suchana to one of the nearest police stations. That's where they discovered the tragic truth. It was a very disturbing scene. Within her luggage, they found the body of her 4-year-old son, hidden beneath the clothes and the toys. It was indeed very, very disturbing.
That's so sad. Body under the toys the little boy played with just a day earlier.
When probing into the child's death, the investigators found 2 empty bottles of cough syrup in the apartment. They believed that the mother would have given the child a high dose of cough syrup. And from the post-mortem report, it emerged that the child would have been smothered either with a pillow or a piece of cloth.
That's horrifying. Was there any struggle?
Nobody. There were no signs of struggle. This could mean that the child would have been sedated before this tragic event.
And what did Suchana say about it?
During interrogation, Suchana denied her involvement. She said that while she woke up, she found her son already dead. However, here is a question. Who on earth would take the dead son in a suitcase? Why didn't she inform the police, or why didn't she call the ambulance or contact the doctors? Suchana and her husband Venkatraman had been going through a tough time. Suchana from West Bengal and her husband from Kerala got married in 2010. Things started to get very ugly after the birth of their son in 2019.
What kind of problems did they have?
Well, they split up and started a divorce proceeding in 2022. Suchana accused Venkat of domestic violence towards her and their son.
Well, that's quite serious. How did the court react?
The family court in Bangalore put a restraining order on Venkat in August 2022. However, Venkat denied the accusation. That's when in November 2022, the court gave permission to Venkat to meet their son once in a week, that's on Sunday. This decision really seemed to upset Suchana a lot. Coming back to the evidence, the police found something else. A note written by Suchana on a tissue paper with an eyeliner. The note was very crumpled and torn.
A note? What did it say?
The cops haven't completely disclosed what exactly was written on it. However, it was about her not wanting to lose the custody of her son. That is really sad.
This case is really sad. But do we know for sure if Suchana is the one who did it? Or could it have been someone else?
That's a thoughtful question, buddy. However, it's important to remember that we are not here to judge or jump into conclusion without proper evidences. It's the task of the legal system and the investigation team to find who is guilty. It's not us.
So, we should wait for the investigation to find out more.
Exactly, buddy. However, there are many points to consider. Point number 1. Investigators say that she sang a lullaby to her son before the tragic event. She also tried to commit suicide.
What? Singing a lullaby? That sounds like she cared about him.
Right, buddy? And point number 2. Suchana was a very smart person. She was an AI expert. If she had planned all of these, then why would she leave the clue in her room or in her luggage?
What? Singing a lullaby? That sounds like she cared about him.
Exactly. Point number 3. Her son looked quite a lot like his father. She told friends and family that her son reminded her of her estranged husband and their troubled relationship. Point number 4. This is worth considering. One of Suchana's neighbor who knew her very closely said that she had never seen such a loving and affectionate mother. Even now, she can't believe that such an event has happened. This is a comment on Suchana's last Instagram post.
Really? She looked like a great mom to people who knew her.
And that's what makes it more puzzling. If she was such a loving mother, it is really hard to comprehend how could have she done such a thing to her own son. Moreover, when the police questioned about the body, she very calmly said that it was her son's.
Just like that? Did she say anything else?
No, she didn't give any more details. Throughout the journey, she was very calm and composed. She didn't even cry or didn't show any kind of emotions, what a normal mother would do.
That's very unusual for a mother in such a situation, isn't it?
Exactly, buddy. Her behavior was very different to that of a typical mother. She was behaving very differently. This adds another layer of mystery of her mental state at that time.
So could all these things point towards some mental disorder?
Yes, it's possible, buddy. And it's important to remember that this isn't an isolated incident. Unfortunately, there are many such incidences which happen where a father or a mother harms their child due to several reasons, be it personal or even psychological issues.
That's really unfortunate. It sounds like mental health plays a big role in these cases.
So there is a term called maternal filicide. It's when a mother takes the life of her own child. There are several reasons because of which it can happen.
Really? What are those reasons?
Yes, buddy. Let's start with altruistic filicide. This is when a mother, out of love, believes that death is in the best interest of the child. She is sometimes suicidal and thinks what will happen to this child if she is left alone in this harsh world. Some of the mother could be psychotic, and they really believe that they are saving their child for something really worse.
That's quite sad. Are there other reasons too?
Yes, there is acutely psychotic filicide, where a mother, due to psychotic reasons or due to delusions, comes and harms the child without any rational reason. Then there is fatal maltreatment filicide, which isn't intended to kill the child, but results from an ongoing abuse, neglect. And there is unwanted child filicide, where the mother sees the child as a hindrance. And in rare cases, there is spouse revenge filicide, where a child is harmed as a way to hurt the other partner.
What happened with Suchana's son? Could that be because of something like spouse revenge filicide or altruistic filicide?
Time will give the answer, or maybe we will never get an answer.
Can these tragic cases be prevented?
Prevention is the key, buddy, and it all starts with awareness. Healthcare providers, family and friends need to engage more with parents who are struggling.
Well, how can they spot someone who is struggling?
For instance, take the example of Suchana. When she told that her child reminded her of her estranged husband, that was a warning sign. It should have triggered more support and possibly more counseling. Absolutely. This is where family, friends, and professionals play a crucial role. They need to be there for emotional support and to help navigate through such a tough situation.
So being more alert to these signs is crucial.
Mental health can be complex and early intervention can be a lifeline. Thanks for joining, everyone. Stay tuned for more such amazing content into health and science on my channel. Please check out our interesting video on anti-aging.